Hanes starting five brought to you by Hanes, America's leading underwear brand. R.R. Garcia makes his return to the starting lineup, a surprise by Coach Nash Rosella. He will be joined by Mike Tolomia, Anthony Hargrove, Carl Cruz, and team captain Brian Mendoza. Samantala naman, Coach Bo Parasol going with Wami Tiongson, Keith Ravena, Frank Golia, Ryan Buenafe, and Chris Newsom. It's time to start the fun. Second round matchup between Ateneo and FEU. Now, Romeo, after coming off that huge game against UE, will come off the bench here for Coach Nash Rosella.
Interesting.
And Garcia, who was suspended in their last outing, starts. And he gives a nice pass to Anthony Hargrove underneath for the first basket of the game. Ateneo started slow against Adamson. They actually trailed 11-5 before going on a rampage. Keith Ravena fires from the outside.
And that was challenged as well by Mike Tolomia. So both one of the top guns of both teams, aggressive early on.
Mike Tolomia hitting that game-winning three-point shot at the top of the key in their last game against UE. Nothing there for Cruz. Underneath, Newsom. Bounce pass inside to Buenafe.
Oh, nice
pass to Frank Golia in the foul.
Very sharp pass there. Medyo mabagal yung pag-setup ng depensa ng FEU in transition. They were not guarding the guys they were supposed to. And Golia was left all alone inside.
Let's get a Samsung courtside update right now on the FEU side with Judy Sarrell.
You know, Anton and TJ, sa game ngayon laban sa Ateneo, gusto lang daw i-carry over ni Coach Nash Rosella ang dalawang bagay na tingin niyang naging dahilan ng panalo ng team in the last game. Yun daw ay ang magandang record ng team sa hustle points at assists. According to Coach, Ateneo will most likely do the same as UAAP. Papahirapan din tayo niyan. But again, the secret is our offensive rebounding and the way we give up the ball and getting that open shot. Dagdag pa ni Coach, importante pa din daw na maging magaling na individual defender sa game ngayon. Lalo na daw at mayroong Ravena, Buenafe at Newsom ang kalabang kupunan. Panghuli, paalala ni Coach na sa kanyang mga players, last stretch na ng eliminations. Make sure na we do our part dahil lahat sila naglalaban-laban na sa gitna and this game is our chance to separate. Anton?
Maraming salamat, Judy. Samsung Smart TV, the most advanced Samsung TV experience ever. FEU, who averages just 15.7 assists per game, had 22 assists against UE. On the break, the Blue Eagles are running. Ravena to Johnson.
Big timeout by Coach Nash Rosella. Doesn't like the kind of defense.
Victories of FEU is not a manifestation of magic, but rather a proof of all their hard work. Coach Bo also adds that FEU is a very complete, competent, and experienced team. Dahil dito, inaasahan ni Coach Bo na mag-step up ang veterans ng team nila, lalo na sila Kiefer, Wami, at saka si Ryan. Coach also encourages the boys to take risks on offense and run a suffocating defense that aims to limit FEU's key players. That's all for now, Anton and DJ.
Thank you, Selena, for that Samsung courtside update. Samsung Smart TV, the most advanced Samsung TV experience ever. Youngson inside, no-look pass to Ryan Buenafe. And all five starters have put numbers on the board.
And again, it's the defense of FEU that's not as aggressive yet. When they come back in transition, they're setting, they're allowing Ateneo to pick their spots and find easy shots in the paint.
Hanes on the floor right now, brought us by Hanes, America's leading underwear brand. Keith Ravena knocking down a long two. He's joined by Golia, Tiongson, Newsom, and Buenafe. Para naman sa FEU, Garcia, Tolomia, Hargrove, Pogoy, and Cruz. Romeo is set to check in along with Bello. Tolomia, difficult fadeaway. Newsom corrals the loose ball. Buenafe goes inside the Golia, who kicks it back up top to Newsom. 14 on the shot clock. Newsom fires from way out. And Tolomia gets to the basketball. Tolomia able to draw a foul.
Rare occurrence there that FEU gets to find a crease in the paint and forcing a foul there. But look at this. Good ball movement. Finding Buenafe in a 12-foot range. No one near him. That's normally not a shot, but found himself wide open.
A Pure Foods perfect combination. Basta perfect combination. Pure Foods tender juicy chicken cheese hot dog. Mike Tolomia emerging as a very reliable third scorer for these Tamaraws. He's averaging 9.8 per outing. At pinanggit ko nga kanina yung game-winning triple niya sa double overtime that really sealed the deal for the FEU Tamaraws. And Mike Tolomia will take a seat as Terrence Romeo comes in for him.
Very interesting strategy for Coach Nash today. Normally, it's Romeo starting and Garcia coming off the bench.
Romeo has started 8 of the 10 games before this one. So this is the third time that Romeo will come off the bench this season. Romeo gets the ball back from Pagoy. It is Newsome tasked to defend. Romeo who pulls up for 3. Bello offensive rebound. Put back. Doesn't go. Ravenna with a board. Ravenna up top to Chris Newsome.
What a pass. What a look away first. Notice he looked away to divert the defensive attention to where Newsome was cutting backdoor and then found Newsome.
Great recognition of the abilities of the high-flying Chris Newsome. This Yakisobrang move is brought to you by Nissin Yakisoba. Yakisobrang sarap. Newsome completes the three-point play. Huge lead for Ateneo. It is at 11. With the Blue Eagles on top 17-6.
Wow.
Bello kicks it out. Garcia for 3. Romeo comes up with the offensive board. Posting up against Wami. Fall away. Nothing there. Ateneo trying to run on every occasion. Ravenna short on that jumper. Romeo with Buenafe on him. Buenafe denies Romeo. But
there's a foul called by the outside official.
Ateneo players on their feet felt that it was a late call. Ifa Ravenna, the Dumar player of the game, brought to you by Rexona. It won't let you down. Nice assist by Ravenna to Newsome a while ago. Ito, TJ, balikan natin itong McDonald's instant slow-mo. Buenafe.
Hard to see from that angle if there was body contact. On the other side, maybe you could see a better angle of the body contact that the ref on that left side saw, because he's going to call that foul, not the baseline referee.
Spice up your day with a new McSpicy. Romeo gets his own miss. Wala pa rin.
So 2 misses from the foul line, aside from 2 misses from the field for Romeo off the bench.
Mount Youngson using the floater over the outstretched arms of the 6'11" Christian Senchu. Poor start by the Tamaraws. Youngson for 3. And Bello comes up with a rebound. Achi Inigo in the ball game early for Coach Nash Racela.
Another steal by Ateneo. Ito yung pinag-usapan natin, Anton, na gumanda rin yung depensa nila, forcing turnovers, limiting the field goal attempts of their opponents because of those turnovers and steals.
Ibang klaseng aggressiveness ang nakikita natin sa Ateneo Blue Eagles ngayong Miyerkules. Not just on defense, but on offense as well. Tignan natin itong yellow cap big move mula kay Wami Tiongson. Celebrate great times with yellow cap. Delivery hotline 789-9999. Great times, great pizza. Ravenna starting early as well for Coach Bo Perasol. 6 points for the Phenom at this point. And former Blue Eagle, Greg Slaughter on the right. And the King Eaglet, third year Ravenna on the left. Leading MVP candidate in the UAAP Juniors Division.
He's third year, fourth year?
Fourth year na si
year
30.
siya. So yan na, big mystery kung saan siya magka-college. Will he join Kuya?
Malaking
Or will he go
mystery
elsewhere? Mystery pa ba? You never know until they suit up.
Tama,
Naman
tama.
ang UAP.
Meanwhile, Ball will stay with FEU as we take a look at this C2 cool and clean steal of the game. Ravenna getting to it after Bello lost the handle. This cool and clean steal is brought to you by the new C2 Red Tea and C2 Iced Tea. Healthy sarap, great with meals. Nico Elorde in the ball game right now for Tiongson. 14-point lead for Ateneo. Romeo pulls up.
The ball just not moving for FEU, Anton. One shot, few passes and one shot. Hindi masyado likot yung bola. Not even seeing it. The pick and rolls that sometimes gets Romeo his looks.
Let's take a look at it one more time right here. Senchu couldn't hold on to the basketball. And there's the foul on Bello as he reached in for the basketball. McDonald's instant slow-mo, spice up your day with a new McSpicy. And this is a far cry from the FEU we saw in the last game against UE, where they were really sharing the ball. They had 22 assists as a team in that game.
Yep.
Romeo late in chasing Ravenna. Luckily for him, Ravenna's shot did not drop. And Nusam continues his assignment on Romeo, locking him down.
And look at the help defense.
Bello. Tolentino recovering. Good challenge. Yep. Nusam inside to Elorde. Tolentino wasn't ready for that drop pass though. Romeo. Aggressive
Nice
move inside.
Gorgeous pass there.
Pogoy. Coach Bo Perasol wants to talk things over as we head to a Kit Kat break. Join the break movement. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat. A 12-point lead for
Praise for.
back inside the Big Dome, the Araneta Coliseum, as we take a look at this. BS back, Maasan assist. Romeo to Pogoy underneath. Simple lang mag-ipon sa PS Bank. Open a savings account now. Romeo had 4 assists in that last game against QE. Kaya lang, TJ, he has not duplicated the 12 assists that he put up on opening day against
nung
QE.
K1, nagulat tayong lahat na, is this the new Terrence Romeo? You know, na mukhang very unselfish na talaga and trying to set his teammates up.
If he makes a conscious effort,
Kaya naman eh. Kasi
Kaya naman.
imagine the defenders how to second guess what he's gonna do. Are you gonna drive? Are you gonna shoot? Are you gonna pass? He'd be such a deadlier weapon. All the more if he can really be a little bit more aggressive in terms of setting his teammates up and not just the bailout pass. Iba yung bailout pass sa aggressive pass na gusto mong makapuntos yung kakampi mo.
and that fast break pass a while ago to Pogoy was an example of that. But Ravenna responds with a fadeaway over Romeo. 22-8. Romeo wants to respond now. Step back jumper short. Battle for the loose ball. It will go to Ateneo.
And still no points for Terrence Romeo. Is 0 out of 4. And even from the free throw line, 0 out of 2.
Master winning move right here. Ravenna with a fall away over 2 defenders. Lose the oil, win the game with Master. Put your game face on.
Yung sinasabi natin kanina na abangan natin yung matchup. We'll see for the first time this season, Romeo versus Ravenna. Kasi nga, the first round, we were denied of seeing that matchup because of the injury to Kiefer Ravenna.
You saw Nico Salva. Interesting spectator here.
Oh, okay. Yes, interesting indeed. If you follow him on Twitter, and if you follow Terrence Romeo on Twitter, you know what we're talking about. Hashtag alam na.
Lucky Me Supreme moment. This Supreme moment is brought to you by Lucky Me Supreme. Live Supreme. Colombia with Elorde on him. Romeo curling off the screen.
Wala pa rin. 0 for 5 now for Terrence Romeo.
But look at Ravenna. Rise high for that rebound. He wants the ball back. Nusam finally gives it up to him. Ravenna gives it back up top to Chris Nusam. 10 on the shot clock now for the Blue Eagles. Inside pass to JP Aram. He
Nice
goes
extra pass.
underneath to Vince Tolentino.
He knew exactly where Tolentino was and where he was going. Perfect pass there by JP Aram.
Now 7 out of the 8 players that Coach Bo has fielded in have scored for Ateneo. It's only Aram who hasn't had a field goal yet. Romeo, finally.
Speaking of dying to get a field goal, and at Terence Romeo, his first field goal, it's a triple.
And Elorde loses the handle. Take a look at this one more time. Aram inside the Vince Tolentino. Nice fake. And the basket. A FUBU fearless shot for us by us. FUBU International. Anthony Hargrove back in the ball game as well. Romeo, another difficult shot. And Aram comes up with a rebound. Newsome to Aram. Kicks it out to Kiefer. Kiefer Avena creating some space. And an offensive rebound by Aram. Fresh shot clock for Ateneo. Newsome to Aram. Aram decides to pull up. Voila. And now FEU with a chance to play for the final shot of the first quarter. Colombia. With 10 seconds to go in the first. Romeo has it now. Romeo drives inside. Romeo puts it up and in.
Soft floater fading away with the offhand and above Chris Newsom at that. His last 5 points of the quarter has helped them. They badly needed those points.
Ateneo was up by as many as 18. Now the lead has been cut down to 13, and our Jollibee champ of the quarter is the phenom Kiefer Ravena. Big burger goodness like no other. Second round matchup between Ateneo and FEU. Keep it right here on Studio 23 for the second quarter when we return. Ng UAAP second round matchup sa pagitan ng Ateneo at FEU. Don Rojas kasama si TJ Manotok. Selena Nagdag reporting for Ateneo and Judy Saril for FEU. Tamaraws were off to a dismal start, trailed by as many as 18. Romeo, though, coming alive late in that quarter, scoring FEU's last 5 points.
And he helped them trim this lead down to 13.
Aram, long jumper. Doesn't drop. Romeo gets the basketball. Newsome has been assigned to defend Romeo. Mendoza missing on that triple. Let's try to see what Coach Bo told his players before the start of this quarter with Selena Dagdag.
Coach Bo notes that FEU's players are very well spaced, and this is exactly the reason why he wants boys to have more presence of mind, particularly when they switch and rotate. Coach Bo also demands more aggressive action, particularly on the weak side. Huling paalala ni Coach, these guys are capable of scoring bunches, so don't slack on defense and make your stops. And Don and PJ.
Thank you, Selena, for that Samsung Courtside update. Samsung Smart TV, the most advanced Samsung TV experience ever. Points in bunches. Yun nga, ang kaya ng FEU as we saw in the last game against UE. 5 points in about less than 5 seconds.
It can be done with the Tamaraws and with the many weapons that they have.
Romeo spins, kicks it out. Pogoy drives, shoots. Masyado malakas. Elorde, umarangkada.
And again, Ateneo attacking on transition, not allowing FEU to set up their defense. They did have 5 fast break points in the first quarter, but that's deceptive kasi they had a lot of slow breaks din. Medyo, they tried a fast break pull out pero tumira din kaagad na, you can call it a semi-fast break. I'd say they had 10 points all in all, in transition, quote unquote.
Nico Elorde. All his points so far in this game have come from the line. Very good at drawing fouls itong si Nico Elorde. 4 points now for him. His high school teammate, Wayne Capascio, comes into the ball game. Back on Austria in attendance. Another former UAAP champion, Ateneo Blue Eagle. All right, let's hear now from the FEU side with Judy Saril.
Anton and TJ, hindi na nga makangiti itong si Coach Nash Rosella dahil sa ginagawa ng FEU Tams early at this game. Sabi ni Coach, kailangan pong mag-exert ng effort ang kanyang mga players at dagdag pa niya, dapat din daw sundin nila ang game plan at huwag gumawa ng sarili. Panghuli din ni Coach kanina, respect the other role players. Kung pwedeng mag-extra pass, gawin para umusod ang puntos natin. Anton?
Thank you, Judy, for that Samsung Courtside Update. Samsung Smart TV, the most advanced Samsung TV experience ever.
Well, that's in our point kanina pa, Anton. They're playing a little bit uncharacteristically because throughout their winning streak, their 8 wins, they've been playing well as a unit. Of course, Romeo has had his high-scoring output, his unbelievable shots, pero iba rin yung level of chemistry na nakuha nila in those wins. And we're not seeing that so far today yet.
They've been sharing the ball. Those are one of the positive statistics na ating nakita in those wins, averaging 15.7 per contest. Wayne Capascio knocking down a jumper. This Yakisoba move is brought to you by Nissin Yakisoba. Yakisobrang sarap. It's been a collective effort, TJ, for the Ateneo Blue Eagles in this game.
And you mentioned the 15.7 assist average of FEU. That's number 1 in the league. So it's really a bit of a surprise to see them start this game. Medyo gigil siguro. Medyo gigil na gusto nila magkanya-kanya and each one trying to do something to help the team.
And Coach Nash Rosella also trying to find a spark from the bench, bringing in Raymar Jose. Pesumal in the ballgame as well for Ateneo right now. 30-13. That is our tally here in the second quarter. Aram, difficult shot.
Wow,
but he somehow gets it to go.
Really tough shot there, and he knew it. Napangiti na lang si Poy Aram doon. Again, back to a 19-point lead now for Ateneo. Ito na ba pinakamalaki?
Ito na ang pinakamalaki, TJ. 32-13. Hargrove. Difficult jumper over Aram. Lackluster start by FEU. Pesumal.
Talk about a floater. The highest peak that ball had was even higher than the tip of the shot clock. Ganun kataas yung floater ni Pesumal.
Now, all 10 players fielded in for Ateneo have scored.
Wow.
Yeah.
How rare is that? Yan ang sharing the ball.
Let's take a look at this master winning move right here. Aram backing down Jose. Decides to fade away and he converts. Lose the oil, win the game with Master. Put your game face on. He is the do-more player of the game, brought to you by Rexona. It won't let you down.
Speaking of assists, Anton, nakawalo na itong Ateneo. Habang 3 pa lang itong FEU.
Ateneo as a team averaging 14.6 assists per game. So, wala pa tayo sa halftime. More than half na ang naitala.
And wala pa nga ang halfway point ng second quarter.
Oo.
Still have 6:34 to go.
Now FEU changing things up. Pesumal though, left wide open.
Again, in transition for Ateneo. FEU's defense, kahit na, was a full court press zone, hirap pa rin sila to deny a good look.
Juan Pesumal, a 30% three-point shooter, has really worked on that aspect of his game. Knocking down his first three-pointer a while ago. FEU, another offensive rebound. Romeo pulls up. In and out. And that's... Did Pesumal step on the baseline?
No, it looks like a foul on Romeo, I think.
Oh, okay. All right. Mag-Kit Kat break muna tayo. Join the break movement. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat 37. Biggest lead of the game for Ateneo right here at 21 as Buenafe overshoots that 3. Colombia regains his balance, kicks it out to Garcia. And that's the first field goal for RR.
He started this game.
Yeah.
And that's the first bucket for him. In that moment, no hesitation. He was open on the secondary break with nobody guarding him right away.
It was actually Romeo who came off the bench in this ball game as Pesumal fires again from beyond the arc. Garcia fighting for the rebound. It lands in the hands of Gwen Capascio.
Nice tap of the ball there by Golia. He had no position to get the rebound, but he had a chance to tap it away to a teammate.
Buenafe kicks it back out to Wami Tiongson for 3. 7 points for Wami.
2 out of 9. 2 out of 9 for 3 for Ateneo today so far.
FEU on the ropes early. Jose, hook shot trickles in for him.
And they need a lot more of those shots. Yung coming from a pass to a cutter, good movement, getting a closer look at the basket. A lot of their shots that they missed so far have been jacked it up from beyond the arc or from long distance.
Very different from what we saw.
Yep, they're shooting
FEU,
21% only today, compared to Ateneo at 56% so far.
Let's take a look at this one more time. A Pure Foods perfect combination. Tolomia kicking it out to R.R. Garcia for his first field goal of the game. Basta perfect combination. Pure Foods tender juicy chicken cheese hot dog. At ito naman, great taste white grade 3 from Wami Tiongson. The coffee is white, great taste white. More former Eagles in the house. Jumbo Escueta and Justin Chua. Point lead for Ateneo as we approach the 4-minute mark in the first half. Tolomia spins. Drop pass underneath to Jose.
Nice pass and good patient move by Jose. Back-to-back baskets for him. Yung sinabi mo, hugot ni Coach Nash from deep in the bench has contributed 4 points so far.
From Cebu Eastern College, Raymar Jose making his presence felt, but Wami Tiongson knocks down another long jumper as he breaks into double digits. Garcia trying to respond. Let's take a look at this nice pass underneath by Tolomia to Jose. Fubu fearless shot for us by us, Fubu International.
Really small lineup here right now for FEU, with Boboy playing the 4 position together with Jose at the center spot when they pulled out Hargrove.
Trying to match that lineup of Ateneo, who also plays with that 4 small, 1 big lineup.
And yan ang problema. Walang Hargrove, walang Senchu. Si Jose pagod na, sumenyas na nga ng sub eh. He's not used to playing this amount of minutes. No shot blocker on the floor for the Tamaraws.
Tama ka doon, partner. 4.6 lang ang ina-average na minuto nitong si Raymar Jose. Tolomia with 8 on the shot clock. Tolomia inside pass to Raymar Jose.
Travel. Or is there a foul?
Raymar Jose is huffing and puffing. And I think he might have tweaked his right ankle too. He's walking with a slight pizza. By the way, everybody watching, we are live streaming for free on UAPsports.tv and iwanttv.com.ph, and you can also watch the replay on iwanttv.com.ph. Romeo trying to post up Von Pesumal underneath.
And he draws the foul from Pesumal.
Let's take a look at it one more time. Dito sa ating McDonald's instant slow-mo.
Those are tough to call. I'd hate to be the referee in that situation where all those arms are swinging around the offensive player and the defensive player.
Calls a foul on Pesumal. Spice up your day with the new but spicy. Poor shot selection ang problema ng FEU dito sa ating first half. A lot of air balls, a lot of long threes hoisted up by the guards of FEU. Kaya naman, umarangkada itong Ateneo. No subspins, kicks it out. Buenafe for 3. Misfired. Garcia. And now FEU is trying to swing the ball.
Ito, ang ganda na ikot ang bola sa panimula ng play. See if they can find a good shot off a good swing.
Cruz, fade away.
That was a good shot though. Good possession for them.
Good movement.
Yep, they were spread out so well. Napalakas yung pasa ni keeper.
Scramble for the loose ball. And that's a jump ball according to our referees. Possession arrow points in favor of FEU. It was Pogoy and Golia wrestling for that basketball. As we see it here in our McDonald's Instant Slow-Mo. Spice of your day with a new McSpicy. 22-point lead. This is the biggest in the ball game for Ateneo. Now remember, in the 2 losses of FEU this season, TJ, they were trailing at halftime.
Right.
Colomia, corner triple is good.
And that makes sure that they don't have their lowest output of the season at the half, because 25 points was their lowest output so far this season at the half, and that was against NU, which they lost on August 14. That was 59-58 was the final score.
But we still have a minute and 23 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Great Taste White, great 3. Mike Colomia, corner triple. Our coffee is white, Great Taste White. Colomia has 7 points for the Tamaraws. Garcia, Bello for 3. Newsom, with Romeo on him, gets it to Golia. Buenafe thought about pulling up, gets it back with 11 to shoot. Buenafe drives, Buenafe pulls up, baseline jumper is good for Ryan Buenafe.
And on the flip side, Anton, Ateneo's hitting some tough shots as well. They have had some shots in the face of really good defense from FEU as well.
Romeo shooting in the face of Newsom. Ravenna, full speed ahead to Newsom. 7 points for Chris Newsom. Another assist for Keith Ravenna.
And again, that was Ateneo attacking in transition.
Bello comes up with a loose ball. That was a broken play. Bello with his energy to save it and score. May kasama pang foul.
Well, there's one thing to ponder at, Anton, the amount of outside shots FEU has taken so far today. They've taken 17 3-point shots already. We set up 24 seconds to go at the half. They averaged 27 3-point attempts per game. Mataas na yun sa lagay na yun. Pero kung doblehin mo to, 34 yan. So that'd be really high. It's a really high rate now of taking 3-point shots, talking about FEU, considering the fact that they already are the highest amount of shots taken for any team here in the league.
Ravenna dribbling out the clock here at the end of the first half. Ravenna drives. Ravenna does not convert, but Frank Golia was there for the putback. And this is the biggest lead at halftime for any team here in UAAP season 76, TJ.
The rest will double check this, I think. Or they're pretty sure that it came before the buzzer.
Wala na, they're not double checking anymore.
Sigurado na sila. Okay.
So this is the biggest lead at halftime, 51-28. And our Jollibee champ of the quarter is Wami Tiongson, who scored 12 points in the second period. Big burger goodness like no other. A strong start for the Ateneo Blue Eagles and the family. RCBC Savings Bank Smile Loans, it's life-changing. All right, we are set to begin the third quarter of play. Maraming salamat muli sa lahat ng mga nakatutok ngayon sa Studio 23. Anton Rojas alongside DJ Manotok, Judy Sarrell reporting for FEU, and Selena Dagdag reporting for Ateneo. Your broadcast team on this Wednesday for ABS-CBN Sports. Tiongson, step back 3, trying to start things off with a bang here.
Well, he is the leading scorer. He got 12 points in the half. So his confidence is pretty high right now.
Ravenna inside pass to Golia, swings it to Newsom. Wide open baseline shot is money for the new guy. Yep.
I'm sitting on the sideline watching it. Nahilo ko sa pasahan. What more if you're the defense on the floor?
Romeo. Difficult looping pass to Pogoy, who somehow finds a way to convert.
He had to carve some space there against Newsom.
Coach Nash continuing to go with this full court pressure from his FEU players. Buenafe just waiting on the wings, decides to fire in and out. Now Coach Nash wasting no time starting with the backcourt of Garcia and Romeo here in the third period as Pogoy knocks down that triple.
5 straight points for Pogoy.
Golia, hand off to Kiefer. Kiefer, with no defense in front of him, decides to fire and he converts.
Well, if you're Anthony Hargrove, you got to recognize, even though you're playing a zone that you're assigned to stay at the post, pag may Kiefer Rivera na sa harapan mo, don't leave him open at 15 feet.
I'd like to hear what Coach Bo told his players at the dugout. Let's find out from Selena Dagdag.
Coming into the second half, Coach Bo demands the boys to have a back-to-zero mentality as they gun to proliferate their lead. Now, Coach Bo instructs his players to delay FEU's bigs and keep up the same intensity both on offense and defense. Dagdag ni Coach, iniisip nila na tatalunan nila kayo sa opensa. Kaya ipagpatuloy nyo ang depensa nyo sa one-on-one at ang kulang na lang ang rebounds. Anton and TJ?
Thank you, Selena, for that report. Samsung Smart TV, the most advanced Samsung TV experience ever. Actually, TJ, itong Ateneo, when they lead big, they have that tendency to kind of relax. We saw that in their last game against Adamson. They were leading by 27 at humabol ang Adamson towards the end game. As we take a look at this Pure Foods perfect combination, nice pass underneath. Basta perfect combination, Pure Foods tender, juicy chicken, cheese, hot dog. And this, shot by Roger Pogoy, great taste white, grade 3. Our coffee is white, great taste white. So Coach Bo just reminding the Ateneo players na wag silang magre-relax because FEU is very capable of coming back.
There's contact there. Pogoy a little too hard in the challenge. There was body contact between him and Ryan Buenafe.
And the contact occurred as Buenafe was going down. So that's going to be 3 free throws for Ryan Buenafe. Ryan Buenafe, a splendid all-around performance for him against Adamson. 18 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 steals. 0 turnovers for Buenafe in that game. Lead is back up to 21. So far, Buenafe in this game, 6 points and 3 rebounds. Playing in his final year for Ateneo. His shot trickles out as we go to another Samsung courtside update, this time with Judy Sarin.
Anton, going to the second half of this game, sinabi ni Coach Nash a few times sa dugout na he's willing to use the other guys sa bench. Napansin daw niya kasi na parang tulog at walang energy ang mga players niya kanina habang naglalaro. Diin ni Coach, I understand if you guys are still tired, pero tell me, para may mahugot ako na maglalaro na okay sa loob. Nabanggit din ni Coach na si Jose lang daw ang nakita niyang nag-exert ng 100% kanina at ang iba ay defensively not there. Panghuli, minotivate ng FEU Tams ang bawat isa at sinabing, tara, importante ang laro ngayon. Anton?
Thank you, Judy, for that Samsung courtside update. Samsung Smart TV, the most advanced Samsung TV experience ever. Remember, that last game against UE happened last Sunday.
Second game.
Yeah, second game.
So, ilang hours a day?
Siguro mga...
Dalawang araw na pahinga lang sila eh. Monday, Tuesday lang eh.
A little more than 48, mga ganon.
Correct.
Monday, Tuesday.
60, mga ganon-ganon.
Oh.
Mamaya, gagawin ko yung mata. Mamaya. Third quarter, balikan mo ako.
Well, let's see if Coach Nash will dig deeper in his bench later. We saw some spark plugs contribute in FEU's win against UE. Sila Achinigo, Joel Christian Liu doing some damage in that game as well for FEU. As we take a look at this McDonald's instant slow-mo. Romeo really trying to shake the defense of Newsome, who's called for a foul right there. Spice up your day with a new McSpicy. FEU trying to avoid picking up a third loss here, but they've already dug themselves a huge hole, falling down actually by as many as 25 already.
Although their current record at 8-2,
Yeah.
some people are saying na malamang safe na to at least get a Final Four slot. But of course, hindi yun yung labanan. Everybody would want to get the top 2 spots
Yes.
para meron kang twice to beat advantage.
At syempre, sa rear view mirror ng FEU, nandiyan na ang NU, we have Ateneo, and of course, LaSalle.
Right.
Then of course, later, UST will try to break out of their slump as they take on Adamson, also on a slump. Bostic Tapal, king of the game, Raymar Jose. It was mentioned by Judy Sarin in her report that Coach Nash sees him as one of the guys with a lot of energy today. Brought to you by Bostic Super Volcasil. Haynes on the floor, brought to you by Haynes, America's leading underwear brand. For FEU, Romeo, Tolomia, Belo, Jose, and Pogoy. While for Ateneo, Yongson fires from the corner and he converts. He has 15 points. Ateneo just on fire on this Wednesday afternoon as they are up 62 to 36. Kit Kat break. Join the break movement. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat. Let's take a look at this three-point shot and the reaction by Wami Kyongson, the two-more player of the game, brought to you by Rexona. It won't let you down. Belo attacks, masyadong malakas. And now Ateneo looking to run once again. Pass was deflected. But Kiefer decides to accelerate. And Tiongson is open again. Same spot, same result.
Wow.
8 points for Wami Tiongson. Belo though, finding the Ateneo defense sleeping. And Coach Bo shaking his head. He does not want his team to put their guard down despite this lead. Kiefer answers right back.
And again, this has been happening the whole game, Anton. Ateneo is attacking FEU in transition. Officially, they've recorded 9 fast break points. But in terms of the early attacks, na you can argue parang fast break na rin, siguro may 20 na yan eh. Ang dami beses lang inatake sa transition when FEU's defense is still asleep.
They averaged 10.2 fast break points per game. Against Adamson, they had 22 fast break points. Tiongson will head to the free throw line.
And here's an interesting stat to add to that. FEU is actually the best defensive team against fast breaks. They only allow 5.7 points per game from the fast breaks for all their opponents. So normally, magaling sila defense. Anong fast break?
So today, non-existent ang transition defense ng FEU. By the way, our Silverworks courtside charmer is Tomohiro Saka from Ateneo. Silverworks, live to play. Yongson, the leading scorer in this ball game, 18 points. Ateneo looking for their 5th straight victory. What an amazing turnaround. Starting the season 0-3, winning their first game against Adamson, losing to UE in their 5th game. So that's a 1-4 record to start this season. And then going on a 4-game winning streak. A steal here. Ravenna accelerates. Ravenna kicks it out. Tiongson recovers. Tiongson puts it up. And he will once again head to the line for 2.
Again, in transition, Ateneo forcing a steal, forcing a turnover. This one, Ravenna with another assist to the corner 3 for Chongson.
Yellow Cap, big move. Celebrate great times with Yellow Cap. Delivery hotline 789-9999. Great times, great pizza.
Wami Chongson leading all scorers with 19 points today so far.
A master winning move. Lose the oil, win the game with Master. Put your game face on. Kiefer Ravenna, meanwhile, for Ateneo has 14.
And he's shooting pretty well. 5 out of 12 from the field. Adding 6 rebounds and already with 4 assists. Nice stat line for Ravenna.
You were asking about the fast break points of Ateneo a while ago. They have 9 at this point. Just below their average of a little more than 10 per game.
They're running again.
Ravenna up top to Buenafe.
Maybe not the guy you want to give the alley-oop to. Because Newsom was in the vicinity.
Romeo Pinin ang kanyang layup. Kaya Newsom was right behind Ryan Buenafe.
Ito na yun.
Oh!
Ito yung tamang-tamang binibigyan ng alley-oop. Pero medyo na-carried away nata. Pero
Newsom smiling.
natawa na lang siya eh. Siguro kung na-shoot ni Buenafe yung kanina, sasabihin niya, alley-oop dun pag may time.
Ito, tignan natin dito
Dyan na palakas na ng konti yung pasa.
Kitang-kita sa ating McDonald's Instant Slow-Mo. Spice up your day with a new McSpicy. R. Garcia quiet here in his return. So far, only 2 field goals, both 3. So, 6 points for the former UAAP MVP.
Yeah, I'm looking at the FEU bench and they look stunned. They don't know what hit them. Or pwede rin ngang pagod eh. Physically and mentally tired. I mean, even though you did have Monday and Tuesday to rest, we chatted with Commissioner Loizaga, who's a few seats away from us. Sabi ko, Bob, you played a lot of overtime or even double overtime games in your career. How did you cope with it? Sabi niya, soft drinks sa chocolate during the game.
69-38. Mag-KitKat break muna tayo. Join the break muna. America's leading underwear brand. Ateneo with a dominating performance so far in this second round matchup against FEU, 69-38. Remember, the first round, nanalo ang FEU 79-75 in overtime. Well, these girls right here have to continue cheering on their team. Down big right now. Hanes Comfort Team in action. Brought to you by Hanes, America's leading underwear brand.
That's what you love about the UAAP. Fans are still up and screaming, no matter what the score is, especially the pep squads.
Yep.
That's their commitment to their teams. They're the ones who are trying to pep up their crowd, no matter what situation in the game. But looking at the bench, as you mentioned earlier, Anton, they look down, gloomy, and out, and don't know what to do, how to begin. They're down by 31 big points, with still less than 13 minutes to go in this game.
And FEU has been so dominating this season. And now they're going through a different kind of adversity today. Kaya ibang klase ang kanilang nararamdaman ngayon. Denison, another spark that Coach Nash is trying to ignite here. Ravenna, though, missing on that layup. Achi Inigo had 6 points against UE in the last game. Another errant pass. Elorde to Buenafe. Buenafe attacks, drops it down low to Kiefer Ravenna.
Officially, that's 11 fast break points for Ateneo. And again, they just continue to attack and keep running. Every opportunity they get, they're not pulling their foot off the gas.
So they surpass their average in fast break points. This is 10.2. Denison, a steal up. May foul daw ayon sa ating referee. Let's take a look at this fast break right here. A Suzuki fast break of the game brought to you by Suzuki's newest compact sedan, Swift Desire Suzuki. A way of life. Elorde to Buenafe to Ravenna, who finishes on the break. Former FEU Diliman, Baby Tamarao, Joshua Aguilon, member of that FEU championship team in the juniors division last year, is in the ball game for Coach Nash Racela. Oh, by the way, we just checked with our statistician, Kong Docanes. Career high na pala ni Tiongson today. 20 points. His previous career high was 17.
At di pa tapos ang laro.
Yeah.
May fourth quarter pa.
And it's because his teammates have been setting him up.
Yeah, he's not even looking for his shots. He's just putting himself in the right position, following the play, spacing the floor out well, hitting those threes. He's had 3 of them today. 3 out of 5 to be exact.
Yep.
That's a charge. Dipping his shoulder is R.R. Garcia, who is not himself today as well. Only 6 points, 2 out of 7 for R.R. and only 2 assists.
Anthony Hargrove receiving the ball from R. Garcia. He attacks and he scores on the reverse. And a wishy, oh wow, moment of the game. Open up to everyday surprises. Let's take a look at this last charging call on Garcia. Really dipping his shoulder real low. Good job by Pesomal to sacrifice his body. McDonald's Instant Slow-Mo, spice up your day with a new McSpicy. JP Adam is down.
And he's in pain. Hindi naman siya tinamaan, di ba? It was Pesumal who drew the charge. But did they fall into him?
Yun, we have to...
Because they did fall into a crowd of players under the basket, so we didn't quite see if siya yung natamaan. But he didn't go down where the contact was. He walked up to the court and then biglang went on his knees. He's wincing in pain. You know, he's been dealing with a bunch of injuries throughout this year as well.
Didn't play much in the preseason because of those injuries. It's still a 31-point lead for Ateneo as we are winding up the third quarter of play. Vince Tolentino in the ball game. Tolentino, nice drive to the basket.
Tolentino getting the benefit of good spacing of the floor, able to attack his lone defender.
Achinigo pulls up for three, and he converts. Former Letran Squire was known as a shooter back in his high school days, converting right there. Pesumal. 10 on the shot clock for Ateneo. Elorde goes baseline. Elorde kicks it out to Kiefer. Kiefer fires. That's an air ball, so FEU will have a chance for the last shot. Gwen Capacho checking into the ball game for Kiefer Ravena. Ito, this is the play a while ago that we were talking about.
So Pesumal and Garcia collide, and look at the feet of, ouch, it's an inward sprain. Upaloob. That's rare. Normally you twist it outside, on the outside. Good shot by the director, seeing what happened. JP Adam there.
And it was his right knee that got hit.
Pero mukhang yung ankle talaga, yung right ankle yung pinaka na-twist, no?
Maybe we can get an update on that later with Selena. But right now, our Jollibee champ of the quarter is the guy with a career-high 20 points, Wami Kyongson. Big burger goodness like no other. Wami scoring 8 of his 20 points in the third. 73 to 45. But if we look back at Ateneo's last game, they were also leading big time against Adamson, TJ. They were leading by 25, but they went on a run.
Yup, Adamson went on a 19-2 run.
Yep.
In less than 4 minutes.
And cut the deficit to just 8, 59 to 51 before Ateneo recovered and eventually won by 13 their last matchup. Hargrove trying to be extra aggressive here at the start of the fourth quarter, getting the ball at the post. Kitang-kita dito sa ating McDonald's Instant Slow-Mo. Inigo finding Hargrove. Spice up your day with a new McSpicy.
And not that I'm predicting it, pero ganito lang. Coach Bo put in some bench players to start that fourth quarter, thinking that, hey, we're up by 25. It's a good time to expose the bench players, which normally any coach would do, you know, with up that big. At biglang hinabol. Less than 4 minutes, naka 19 points yung Adamson na yun.
On the floor for Ateneo, the new guys, Ivan Enriquez and Vince Tolentino, who actually celebrated his birthday yesterday. So happy birthday to Vince Tolentino. They are joined by Nico Elorde and Gwen Capacio and Von Pesumal. Elorde bouncing it off the leg of Achi Inigo. 9 seconds remaining on the shot clock of Ateneo. Our kada code of the game is walang basagan ng trip. FEU fans still cheering their team on. Bonding Chippy. Youngson back in the ball game. With 8 to shoot, he wants a clear out. With Inigo on him. Wami. Crossover. Wami drives. Wami unable to draw the foul as Pogoy was just standing still. Some confusion here, TJ, with the officials. As you take a look at this last drive by Tiongson, no foul was called.
Pero tumama ba sa ring? Yun ang tanong.
Ito, tignan natin.
Looks like it did.
It did.
Okay, and then touched by who? Hargrove. Out of bounds. So, Ateneo ball with a fresh shot clock.
Yes. It's the right call. Pesumal with Aguilon, the rookie on him. Pesumal loses control and Joshua Aguilon comes up with a steal. Here comes FEU. Inigo out to Aguilon. Aguilon loses control.
And with the few minutes Aguilon's had on the floor, he has been error prone so far.
One of the leading scorers on that juniors team for FEU. Let's get a Samsung courtside update right now on the Ateneo side with Selena Dagdag.
Yes, well, Anton and TJ, I heard you guys talking about how the Blue Eagles opponents tend to catch up with them on the third and fourth quarter. And true enough, this is the exact same scenario that Coach Bo is trying to avoid immensely. As he says, Dapat talagaan nyo ang pinaghirapan nyo. At this point, he demands the boys to go all out on making their stops and running to attack the basket, as this is the only way FEU won't be destroying our face. And as Coach Bo puts it, our defense in our face will bring us our victory. Finally, just an update on Foy Aram. According to Dr. Canlas, he was hit pretty badly on his right knee, but it wasn't the knee that previously suffered ACL. He would be reassessed in a bit. And Don and TJ?
Thank you, Selena, for that injury update on JP Aram Samsung Smart TV, the most advanced Samsung TV experience ever.
So pati yung right knee nga, tama ka Anton, natamaan din siya, no? Aside from the ankle as well.
73-47, our tally, as Garcia will take this free throw. He converts. And Coach Nash continues to try to search Dr. Conlas.
He's always on the bench for Ateneo, the team doctor.
Coach Nash, as I was saying, continuing to search for that spark off the bench. Joel Christian Liu, also from the Baby Tamaraos champion team, in the ball game. Buenafe decides to pass it at the last second. Buenafe gets it back. He fires for three. And Ravenna with the offensive rebound. Pinasa kay Buenafe.
Oh.
Buenafe with a layup.
With the left hand against Hargrove at that. The inexplicable hang time of Ryan Buenafe.
You can say that again. Let's get another Samsung courtside update right now on the FEU side with Judy Saro.
Just keep playing and stop looking at the bench. Yan na nga lang ang nasabi nitong si Coach Nash Rosella kanina sa timeout. According to him, ang hirap daw mag-coach pag ang mga players na mismo ang ayaw kumilos. Well, Anton, this last quarter, ang request na lang ni Coach sa FEU Tams, focus on doing the right things, both offense and defense, pressure the Blue Eagles and continue covering the screen. Anton?
Maraming salamat, Judy. Samsung Smart TV, the most advanced Samsung TV experience ever. After this game, TJFU still has 3 more games remaining. They still have UST, Adamson, and UP on their schedule.
Well, that looks good for them in terms of at least team standing-wise. Not to prejudge any of those teams, but Adamson and UP are at the bottom of the standings right now. Adamson 3-7, UP at 0-9. And UST in a slump as well. Medyo hirap din sila lately to win some games. They're 4-5. So they only have to battle the bottom 3 teams of the league to salvage probably 2 more wins to maybe at least get 10, and that might be enough for a top 2 slot.
And on the other side, ito namang Ateneo will play LaSalle this coming Sunday, September 1. And if they go on to win today, they're going to match LaSalle's record of 6-4. A steal here by Romeo, who has sat a long time on the bench. He is able to draw a foul on Buenafe.
Well, it's still a big 19-point lead. 29, but
You know, Romeo has not scored since the first quarter. Quiet afternoon for him, but he's able to draw the foul there. McDonald's instant slow-mo, spice up your day with a new not spicy. Remember, Romeo also went down on his ankle in the last game against UE.
Against UE, yung kay Mami, no?
Yes.
And that's when oh, by the way, we'll update our viewers who are not reading the news yet, maybe today or online. The UAAP did issue a bunch of suspensions yesterday. As we check out this move first by R.R. Garcia.
A Nissin Yaki Sobrang move brought to you by Nissin Yaki Soba. Yaki Sobrang sarap. Go ahead, DJ.
Okay, allow me to explain. Give me a few seconds. So, let's deal with LaSalle first. Thomas Torres was issued a 1-game suspension for his flagrant foul against Sam Marata for a punch that he threw against the UP player. That was caught and called by the refs. And so since it's his second unsportsmanlike foul of the season, it warrants an automatic 1-game suspension. Now, UE, ito yung medyo pinagdadebate, yung hindi pa maintindihan ng lahat ng tao kung bakit si Mami and Lord Caseros will be both assessed 2-game suspensions. First, Mami. Mami, prior to that game against FEU, already had 2 unsportsmanlike fouls. And remember, he already served a 1-game suspension because of getting the second unsportsmanlike foul. And in that game, the commissioner's office saw that nung linanding daw niya yung paa niya dun sa landing spot ni Romeo, I think that was in the 4th quarter, taken that 3, and it was not called by the refs. But the commissioner's office, looking at their various camera angles, which today I finally saw, tatlo pala ang dagdag na camera ng UAAP commissioner's office to add to the cameras of ABS-CBN. And and they felt that it was intentional and deemed an unsportsmanlike foul on Mami, making it his third. Therefore, pag tatlo ka na, automatic 2-game suspension.
At meron ding 2-game suspension
See?
that was
Lord-
slapped on Lord
Lord
Caseros.
Caseros, because unahin natin, si Lord Caseros nakaisa ng unsportsmanlike foul yan sometime in the first round. Hindi ko na maalala kung kanino yun.
Yes,
But
against Adamson,
he
actually.
was also given an unsportsmanlike foul in the first overtime of that game when he elbowed Teres Romeo in the face. And there was a unsportsmanlike foul apparently not called that the officials of the commissioner's office deemed should have been an unsportsmanlike foul nung tinira niya daw sa likod itong si Terence Romeo with either elbow or a strong push, the blind side, and the commissioner's office deemed that should have been in fact a disqualifying foul, not just an unsportsmanlike foul, and therefore pag tinotol mo yun 1, 2, 3 na rin, automatic 2-game suspension. So unfortunately for UE, they will have to play their next 2 games without Caseros and Mami. It's going to be a big challenge for them.
Thank you, TJ, for that lengthy
So pahinga ako 5 minutes ha.
Oo.
Okay. Huling
So,
35 seconds na lang magsasalita.
Recap lang 2-game suspension para kay Mami and Caseros, 1-game suspension
For
para kay Thomas Torres.
Which
So
will
that
be
means
served against Ateneo on Sunday. Yeah.
he won't play against Ateneo.
Yes.
Okay. Tuloy po ang aksyon dito sa Big Dome. Araneta Coliseum, Ateneo still on top big. 79-57, looking for their 5th straight win. Master winning move right here. Nice pass to the baseline for Frank Golia. Lose the oil, win the game with Master. Put your game face on. Eto naman, si Terence Romeo. A Yellow Cab big move. Celebrate great times with Yellow Cab Delivery. Hotline 789-9999. Great times, great pizza. Ryan Buenafe, 8 points and 8 rebounds, has really been spreading out the stat sheet with his contributions as Elorde checks back in. Romeo going full speed ahead, unable to convert on that layup. Ateneo slowing things down here. Alam mo, sayang yung UE, TJ, they were on a win streak also. 5-4 right now in the team standings. Pero
They're still tied for 4th place, but if Ateneo wins today, and goes
They
on
fall to 5th.
They fall to 5th place because Ateneo will go up to 6 and 4.
And then on their next games, their succeeding games, they're going to have to play NU and then LaSalle.
Yep. So that's why it's quite a painful suspension for those two.
At meron pang Ateneo at Adamson sa kanilang remaining games. Talking about UE. As Golia converts once again for Ateneo. A Suzuki fast break of the game right here. The spark plug, Joel Christian Lee Hugh converting. Brought to you by Suzuki's newest compact sedan, Swift Desire Suzuki, a way of life. And then this move right here underneath by Frank Golia, shake of the game, brought to you by Mogu Mogu. You gotta chew. 82-59 with 4 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. Important matchup also in our second game, TJ. Two teams trying to save their seasons. UST on a 3-game losing streak, 4-5 win-loss record. Adamson naman, 5-game losing streak, 3-7 in the team standings.
So if Adamson wants to keep in pace, they're only 2 wins away from the team that's in 4th place right now. So still doable for them with the remaining 4 games that they have. But they'll probably have to win 3 of the next 4 to at least hope for a tie of that 4th slot.
Newsom with Romeo on him at the post. Newsom has to fire. Newsom short on that fall away. And the ball will stay with Ateneo. FEU, they have just been out of it on this Wednesday afternoon. And Lucky Me Supreme moment. Supreme moment brought to you by Lucky Me Supreme. Live Supreme. Pesumal, one dribble, pull-up jumper. Newsom offensive rebound and the putback. The wishy oh wow moment of the game. Open up to everyday surprises. Newsom, the latest Eagle to break into double digits, TJ.
Tignan na yan, lahat-lahat. 1, 2, 3. He'll be third. But Buenafes close with
9.
9. Golia with 9 as well.
Romeo hops inside. Able to convert and draw the foul. But going back to the starter points, TJ, 67 starter points for Ateneo.
Wow. And only 24 for FEU. But remember, take note, Terence Romeo did not start today.
Yes.
Still don't know why. Because he started in all the games so far. And normally it's R.R. Garcia who comes off the bench.
Purefoot's no-hassle play right there. Nice pass underneath to Romeo. Purefoot's crisp and juicy wingers. No bones, no hassle. Elorde fakes, kicks it out to Newsom. Back to Nico Elorde with Liu on him. And that's a foul on Mendoza. Elorde will head back to the free throw line. But it was really the first quarter where Ateneo really set the tone.
Yeah. Yan ang nga nagsasabi sa Twitter, parang gulpete gulat. Parang maunahan mo talaga, jump them from the beginning and keep the pace, control the tempo, and dictate the game, which is what happened because Coach Nas was just reacting na lang to the matchups that Ateneo was dictating. Kung nag-small ball ang Ateneo, nag-small ball din siya. Pero ang nag-suffer doon, yung interior defense ng FEU because he pulled out their shot blockers, whether it was Hargrove or Senchu.
Ateneo going on a 26-8 lead towards the end of the first quarter and really never looked back.
And then enjoying a 23-point lead at the half, which is the biggest of any team so far this season at the half.
And then pushing that lead to as many as 33 as Vince Tolentino converts underneath. Fresh off his birthday
Kung may
yesterday.
birthday.
Oh,
Pag birthday mo ba, maganda ba laro mo palagi?
minsan.
Minsan.
Bubu fearless shot as Romeo goes up for that drive for us by us. Bubu International. Anton Asistio in the ball game for Ateneo. High-scoring Blue Eaglet.
Ay nga pala, speaking of birthday, kala ko nabati ko na on air. Birthday pa nga pala ng aking partner, si Mr. Pure Business, Anton Roas. Maraming salamat sa pizza.
Thank
Muli.
you. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. To everybody tweeting me, greeting me.
Ayan,
Thank you so much.
Birthday boy, birthday boy. Sabi mo, hi mom, I'm on TV.
Oh yeah, my mom always watches me on TFC.
There you go.
So sa lahat ng mga nanonood, mabuhay po kayong lahat.
Ako
Everybody
nag-segue
watching
na
on-
may chance kang bumati. Bihira yan. Sige, lubusin mo na. Birthday mo, lubusin mo na. Ako bahala sa kay Direk.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong patuloy na pagsuporta sa UAAP at sa ABS-CBN Sports. At inyo pong napapanood ang laban sa pagitan ng Ateneo at FEU. Ateneo looking and moving closer to their 5th straight win this season as Romeo puts up this runner. Bogoy scores underneath against 2 defenders. PS Bank last 2 minutes. Simple lang mag-ipon sa PS Bank. Open a savings account now. Chris Newsom with 11 points in this ball game and 13 rebounds. The do more player of the game brought to you by Rexona. It won't let you down.
I think it's a rebounds really that he really helps out a lot. As you said, they're undersized this
Yeah.
year. They lost Salva, they lost Slaughter, they lost Justin Chua. 3 guys from the front line that are major contributors on defense, offense, and on the boards. So kaya pati si Kiefer, talagang extra effort to rebound. Itong si Newsom, extra effort na rebound. And it's helped them out in this, ano ba to? Pang-5?
Yes, 5th
This will
straight
be
win.
their 5th straight win.
And Kiefer, has been saying it during the summer that they have to work out as a team in that rebounding department kasi nga maraming bigs na nawala. Kit Kat best break. Join the break movement. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat. Kiefer really leading by example. Actually grabbed the career high 14 rebounds against UP in their first game here in the second round. Asistio, scoop shot, nearly gets it to fall. Earl Murphy in the ball game as well for Ateneo. Short on that attempt. Inigo, hand off to Cruz, who fires for three, and Tolentino actually fouls him, so that's going to be 3 free throws for Cruz. Asuncion checking into the ball game for Ateneo. Another product of Ateneo. As Cruz, that's actually his first free throw. Made free throw of the game. First basket pa lang ni Carl Brian Cruz, who started this game.
Remember, nahugot ni Coach na si Jose.
Oh, yeah.
Some point in that first half as well. And he even said at the half that si Jose lang talaga may energy maglaro. Sabi nga ni Judy.
Now, coming off such a big game, miracle win against UE, as Coach Nash called it, and then you plummet back down to earth with a disheartening loss against FEU. If you're a coach, what do you tell your players to try to bounce back in your next game?
You got to forget about it. One day at a time, one game at a time. The next game is another day, another game. You're only as good as your last game. And really, you got to build on it. Work on if there were any tactical mistakes today, yun ayusin nila. Pero hindi. It's more of mental, emotional, psychological na the effort. Binabanggit nga ni Coach Nash. He wasn't naman saying na mali ginagawa niya. He was saying wala kang energy. And that's what he lacked from his team this pretty much his whole game.
Colombia back at the line. Also a very quiet afternoon for Mike Colombia. Only 7 points. The hero one of the heroes in their last game against UE made that game-winning triple at the top of the key, faking a handoff to Romeo, shooting over Gino Humawas.
Well, this quarter, though, Ateneo's let go a bit on their defensive intensity. They have already allowed 27 points in this quarter to FEU, considering in the first quarter, 11 lang. Second quarter, 17 lang. Third quarter, 17 lang ang pinapuntos nila sa Tamaraws. Kaya umabot na sa 70-point level itong Tamaraws.
So it's really been what we were talking about at the top of the coverage, TJ, the defense.
Yes. We're in their run, their 4-game winning streak, they've averaged only allowing 61.5 points per game to their opponents that they've beaten in the last 4 games.
At napakababa ng field goal shooting ng kanilang mga kalaban as Coach Bo Parasol and Ateneo are victorious once again, defeating FEU 92